What is going on, everybody? I'm Jiffy Nano, and today I have for you guys my top 5 tips and tricks for Gunfire Reborn. While Gunfire can look pretty unassuming and easy, there are some places where it can get pretty difficult. Tenebris and I hit a couple of walls while playing, and now that we have beaten a few runs, there are a few things that we learned that can definitely help newer players to get things rolling. So the first few tips are going to be all about the talent tree. The talent tree gives you permanent upgrades for your runs, and they persist throughout your entire game. To purchase talents from the tree, you need to use Soul Essence, which is this green currency that you get from defeating enemies and bosses. So the first tip is I recommend going for the 2 Inscription talents and the Ammo talents first. All of these talents make getting farther into your runs significantly easier. Having more reserve ammo is pretty self-explanatory. The more powerful weapons have smaller ammo pools to begin with, so you want those pools to be as big as possible so you can get the most use out of them. Inscriptions, on the other hand, can make or break a run in my opinion. If you get a weapon with an inscription that synergizes well with your Ascension skills, you can go from doing crappy damage to melting bosses in seconds. So I would definitely focus on maxing out the Inscription Collector and exclusive Inscription talents. Tip number 2 is for getting enough Soul Essence to unlock these super high level talents. Normally when you finish a run, all unspent essence is lost, but if you unlock the Dimensional Pouch talent right here, you can keep up to 100 Soul Essence per level of the talent. This allows you to save up Soul Essence between each run. This is honestly kind of a necessity. Personally, I've only ever gotten just over 300 Essence from an entire run, and the most expensive talents cost over 400 Essence. But even if you're not going for the most expensive talents, I would definitely grab at least one level of this as early as you can so you don't waste a load of Essence by having bad luck, dying early, and not being able to spend it on anything. Tip number 3 and the last tip for the talent tree is each hero has a unique set of talents down the side of the talent tree right over here that you're going to want to fill out as quickly as you can. Most of these talents are extremely strong and can really help a character shine even if you get a crappy distribution of Ascension skills. For example, once I got the skill enhancement for King Yan, which regenerates me 1 armor every time I shoot an enemy, my survivability became leagues better when using shotguns and high fire rate weapons. Tip number 4 has to do with vaults. A vault is a special challenge room you unlock by shooting these cracks in the walls. These can be some kind of movement puzzle or an elite fight or a trap room. For elite fights, you have to kill a few normal enemies and a larger elite will spawn. For the trap rooms, there's traps, you kill some enemies, you get through. But the elite fights and the movement puzzles usually have extra rewards in them. While all vaults have a chest that you can either get 1 occult scroll or your choice of 1 of 3 shown, killing elites has a high chance of dropping weapons, occult scrolls, and ascension levels on top of that. And all of the movement puzzles I've done have a secret extra reward usually off to the side in a harder to reach spot. Some of these are really easy once you get used to the movement in the game, but others are harder, most notably the vaults with the rolling rocks, which unless you have some kind of healing, I usually don't even go for half the time, but now you know if you get a movement puzzle or a platforming vault, you can get double rewards if you can get to the secret chest. And the 5th and final tip is that 90% of the occult scrolls can be discarded from your character. This is pretty different compared to most other roguelikes, which normally if you pick up an upgrade, you have it permanently, whether it helps you or hurts you. Being able to drop occult scrolls is really nice for when you get something early that ends up hurting you further into your run, or if you're playing with a friend and you can drop them a scroll that'll be more beneficial to their setup. Just do keep in mind that some occult scrolls can't be discarded. All cursed scrolls and scrolls with these symbols on the bottom are permanent unless given to a red chest you find in the game. So I hope these tips get you further into your runs. These are definitely some things that I wish I knew when I first started playing, but do keep in mind that the developers said that they're releasing Talent 2.0 at some point, which I think is supposed to be a revision to the talent tree, so the first 3 might end up being outdated at some point, but I'll be sure to make a new video going over that when it happens. So if you found this video informative, a like rating is always appreciated. Consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you see my future uploads. Check out my live stream over on Twitch, link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.